You don't need 5 databases to manage your projects in Notion. I will show you how to build a complete project timeline with different views, with the project tracking, setting color conditions, with the different LinkedIn views and deadline tracking and so on, using one single database. Clean, minimal and powerful. So I will show you and let's get started. And we create a new page here, and then we're gonna name it like project timeline. Okay, and now let's add an icon for this icon. Let's create a time icon. Okay, good. Okay, now let's create a page where you can store all the database we create. So as for the database, let's name this data page as database. Okay, this is where we're gonna store all the databases we create. In the future, maybe I create a task database for this project timeline, and maybe a note database and so on. That's why I'm storing all the database in a single page. Okay, and we're gonna name that we named as database page, of course. And now let's give it an icon. For that, I choose this icon, and then we're gonna create a full page database. Rather than creating a inline database, I just choose the full page database. Okay, you can choose either one. Okay, now let's name this as project project, and then add an icon. For that, let's just select the file icon. Yeah, okay, this is the file icon. Now let's add the properties. So first, of course, there are Notion gonna craft some suggestions. Okay, suggesting like description, start and date, start date, status and so on. You can either choose that or you can start from scratch. So let's just gonna start from scratch. I need a date property. I'm gonna name this as timeline, and then I need another property called status. Okay, I'm not gonna change anything from here. And then I'm gonna need I need a different property which is called what are the select property. Okay, I need a select property. So I need a priority. So select property is using for priority. I'm here. I wanna add high, medium, low. Okay, good. You can change the color if you want. High for red, blue for blue, and low for I kill different color. Okay, good. Rather than move here, let's move here. And then I need a description where you can add description about the project. And then I need another select property for tags. We can add that. Now I need another property for, let me think, what else should I I need a budget. Okay, budget here, and this is where you're gonna change the number to USD. Okay, when I can change this to USD, when you come over here, when you type like 200, it automatically changes as $200. Okay, now let's add another number property for percentage. I'll change this to here. I just choose this. Okay, and we need something really interesting here, like change property. I need a default a number, and then I need a bar, and then I'm gonna change this blue color, and then should be out of 100. Okay, so when the project is completed 50, I think if the project is completed 50%, I just come over here and just type 50. Here it's gonna show a blue color bar, and here you can divide by 100, and then showing number. Yeah, you wanna show a number, or you can just use, there's bar and ring. You can either choose one. For this I will choose, okay, ring is better, I guess. Okay, ring, and then it's gonna show up in ring, and then you're gonna hit. Okay, and now let's create some more things, like wanna in a checkbox for approved, and then I need a person to select the owner of this owner. Okay, and okay, and I added a URL and checkbox. I should be added here. Okay, good. And then I need a create a time and last edited time, and then I need a checkbox, another checkbox. Okay, done. Close that. Okay, we had some properties over here. Oh, wait, properties over here, and now let's arrange that view in new template. Okay, here you can write whatever you want. And also you can add images over here. Okay, here you can add images. Also you can add files over here. Okay, and yeah, and so there should be a link. Okay, wait, embed, yeah, where is that? Yeah, here you can add the link if a YouTube video or anything, and that's it. Okay, now let's make this as default. Okay, done. That's it. Okay, now I need one more thing. So if someone open this database or project database, last editor page will come on the top. Okay, we create a database, and now let's arrange the views. For that, let's just and we're gonna change the color, background color blue, add a divider, and then we're gonna with good yeah, you need to hide the database, and then hide this, and that's it. Now let's create some views. First of all, we need a timeline view. For that, let's type linked in view database source and select the database we created, that is project timeline. Okay, now let's change this toggle timeline view to timeline. Okay, and here let's search and now this is an open page I already created. Let's create a timeline for this. Let's see. And so it started on 27, maybe 1, and it ended on ending in 31. Okay, so yeah, priority is high and put on or yeah, check. Okay, yeah, and also I need to see the pace, and I don't want to see too many, so I just do that, and then I want to see the owner. Okay, of course, so the owner gonna show up on that. Yeah, and also archive button on the top. Okay, so that's it. And yeah, now let's create something that I like to add. First, for that I just need to create a new page here. Gonna yeah, it's randomly creating a timeline. So how we can use the link? Okay, so let's create this view. I need to complete this project before, and then I should complete this project. Okay, that's something blocked by, so this certain page certain project is blocked by this new page. So let's say turn on dependency, whenever I create a dependency, wait, okay, whenever I create a dependency over here, wait a minute, okay, dependency on, and whenever what dependency do is he create two properties, blocking property and blocked by property. So the new project, okay, for let's name confusion is going on here, so let's change this name to and this new should be okay, so management. So what it here does is you should create the web page first, and then you should complete the user management project. Okay, that's it what doing. So this creating web page is blocked, I mean blocking by user management. Okay, you can see that. You can create more and more views, and then first let's create some views first. So let's again create a new table, and that of project timeline, select that, and then here I want to see all view. Oh, okay, and here let's see last edit on top. Yeah, and I don't want to see the archive. Okay, yeah, and also let's do the same thing here. Don't want to see the archive. Okay, good. And now let's duplicate this, and yeah, here, and then let's say approved. Here I want to see all the approved projects by the person, on the owner of the person. Okay, so here, and then here you can see all the approved one. Okay, and now let's create a different view, and here let's say high priority view. For that let's create a, here let's say priority. Okay, here I want to see, I don't want to color them. Okay, and high, medium, low. Okay, good. Now let's change this name to and then let's say that's it. Okay, good. Now let's add the another view, table view, and here select the project, and then we're gonna see the here I want to see all the upcoming deadlines. Okay, and then I'm gonna change this time taking. Okay, and now select the filter. I don't want to see the archived, and then here select the timeline. So the start date is next 7 days. Okay, here you're gonna see the project that's the deadline is in next 7 days. Okay, wait, so I want to see the end date. Okay, end date in next 7 days. That's where I can see more clearly. Like if for example here the October 1 to October 31, so it's ending date is between 7 days. Okay, that's why it's showing up here. And if a different deadline I create, like for example here, and then if I add end date started on here 15 and ended on 24, and it's not in the next 7 days. So let's see if we're gonna show it or not. See, it's not showing up. So that's it. Now let's create another view. Yeah, project, and here table, since this is completed projects. Here we want to see all the completed projects, and then check mark, and here don't want to see the archive, of course, and then I want to see all the project that's completed. Okay, and then and another view for calendar, but before that let's change this to gallery view. And the priority priority, I want to see the same thing. And now let's create a calendar view. For that select the calendar, and then here I want to say don't want to see all the archived archived, I mean, yeah. And then there's one thing I want to add. You can change the status if you want, like to but a checkbox if you want, like can just simply come over here at property and then status and then select this as to checkbox. Okay, simple as that. If you want to do that, okay, I don't want to do that. If you ask checkbox, it's gonna show up like it's marked for checkbox like this. I don't want to see it as a select, so I remove that. Okay, now for specialty, I need a color conditions. For the, let's say I want to see the highly important projects in a red view, red color. Okay, red color. Okay, here this is a highly important project, that's why it's showing red color. And I wanna, if I want to see, I do like to see that in the upcoming deadline too. Okay, I want to see in red color. Okay, done. Okay, now let's create the most important and helpful feature of all, which is create h2, that is status view, or in a Kanban views. Like, let's say name it status view. Okay, and let's change the color to background blue, of course, and then divider, and then LinkedIn view, and then select the database, and then change this to board view, and it automatically says that status. If not, you can just come over here and select change that. Okay, and yeah, hide this. Okay, now status. Okay, and then change the icon. Okay, and here I don't want to see the archived view. Okay, and then archive, and then I want to see the check and archive easily. Okay, and yeah, this important thing is you can drag and drop here. Okay, that's really I like about this project, this Kanban view. Okay, yeah, completed. We have created all the views that are important, and now let's create a final touch of buttons. Okay, so let's say new project. The most important useful of this button is, of course, you can move around to different pages. If you have second brain and use this project timeline as your best project template, then you can move this button to your second brain, and then you can there create new projects that are linked to this. Okay, and then here, oh wait, I think I select the wrong, yeah, this one. Okay, and here I wanna say nothing. Okay, now let's create open page here, and then new added page, and done. So simple as that. But there is something I want to show you. Okay, I want to add 3 columns here. The first column is, of course, for creating new projects. I will control plus C for copy and paste it right over here, and then we're gonna change this. Okay, so what are the changes we gonna add here? I wanna say high priority. If I want to add a quick high priority projects, you can just here make this as high, and this changes new high priority project. Okay, and then you can create that done, and whenever you open this, it automatically shown as the high priority as high. Okay, high priority is high. Okay, this timeline ended in. Okay, good. And now, so as here in this section, I will just, for that, let's drag here, and then can just drag this here. Okay, now for here, let's call it call out. Okay, and then give it an h2, and then to do's. Okay, good. And then let's say check. Okay, and this will act as the copy control plus C. It will create this, and this will act as the your to do, a short to do. But there is one unique thing, is you need to copy this as copy link to blog. Okay, and then wait, let's just drag and drop here, that way it's good. Okay, good. And then what you need to do is come over here and the our default template, edit view, and here let's gonna paste everything. For that and paste and synced block. Okay, don't forget to add the sync block. And what it does is, when you add a task like talk to the customers, okay, talk to the customers, and when you create a new page, of course, when you create this new page, and then it will show the task into two. Okay, when whatever changes I do in this linked call out, it will show up here. When I complete this, it will mark as complete. Okay, that's a quick trick, and that's it. This is how you can create a project timeline. And if you really like this, please like and subscribe and let me know what you think about it. Thank you.